Hello and welcome to lovegardening.com. Today I'm going to show you some of my must-have gardening tools for cutting. This is kind of the basics, stuff that I really find useful, if you like. First of all, I've got my secateurs. Now these are bypass secateurs, which mean that they cut just like scissors do. So the blades kind of bypass each other and they give everything a nice, clean, tidy cut. Super useful. You can get bypass secateurs and anvil secateurs. Both are good. I prefer these. A pruning saw. I only ever use mine really in the winter, autumn and winter time for cutting back just branches that are a bit too big. But this is really nice and light, super light, which means it's a lot easier work. I have wrists that aren't brilliant, so these are really easy to use and you can cut through quite thick branches with them. So that's really useful. Next up, I've got my little knife, my little pocket knife. The amount of stuff that this does, I mean, it is meant for taking cuttings and doing nice little detailed jobs, but I probably use mine most for opening bags of compost. I keep it in my back pocket and use it for all kinds of stuff. Really, really must have little thing for the pocket is that one. And then last but not least is a pair of loppers. Really useful if you're pruning anything up high, obviously. If you're trying to get into shrubs to give them a really good cut back at this time of year, you'd be cutting things back like rhododendrons that have finished flowering if you want to reshape them. So kind of getting into those places that you can't quite reach with secateurs. And also they're a bit more heavy duty so they can get through much thicker branches. And the branches that they won't get through, my pruning saw will do. So I'm going to do some little tasks around the garden and show you them all in action. Now, as you can see, this rhododendron has finished flowering, so now is the time to cut it back. And it's kind of grown this limb here, which is just a bit out of shape of where I want it to be. So I'm going to use the loppers to cut this back. And it's just a matter of going into a growing point and lopping off. Dead easy. And you can see here, as the branch gets much thicker all the way down, I might not be able to get it off with these loppers, but I'll try. Yeah. But then as the branch gets thicker down here, I'm definitely going to need my pruning saw. So now I've got my pruning saw for this thicker branch down here, and I'm just going to, again, take it back to a growth point that I'm happy with. And there we go. It is as easy as that. And the best thing I must say again about this tool is that it's just so lightweight. It's really, really easy to use. And it's made light work of that. Now secateurs have endless uses, but these bypass ones are brilliant because they're really good at cutting a nice clean cut on the stem. They won't crush the stem, meaning when you're pruning things at this time of year, you won't cause any damage when they're in active growth. And I'm going to use them to harvest some of these elderflower flowers because I love making elderflower cordial. So they will give me a really nice clean cut on the plant at this time of year, causing no damage and no dieback. There we go. You can see they make light work of this job, and with 30 flower heads cut, I should be able to make tons of delicious elderflower cordial. Now, a little knife is useful for things like just taking out the side shoots of tomato plants. You can even use it for kind of lifting out seedlings before you pot them on. Like I say, it is just really handy to have it in your back pocket. I use it for all kinds of stuff. Now, the full range of Felco tools is on the Love Gardening website, so have a look. Maybe treat yourself.